If you have sore knees and all you do is walk, then you're losing the integrity of your knee joint, actually making your knee joint or knee pain worse. So in this video, we're going to explain why that happens and actually what you can do instead to help strengthen your knee.
You see, for healthy aging, you need two types of exercises. You need the cardio part and you also need the strengthening part. Now, what a lot of people misunderstand is that they think that by walking, they can cover all the bases. No, unfortunately, you cannot. So walking is a great exercise to keep your heart pumping, to get your lungs working. So basically cardio, okay? But it literally doesn't do anything for strengthening. And this is something we actually hear a lot in our gym facility, is that people come to us and when we ask them, what do you actually do for exercise? They go, I just walk. Well, sorry, but that's actually not enough, okay? So as I said, walking, great for cardio, great for keeping your heart healthy. But in order, especially if you have knee issues, it literally does nothing for for keeping your thigh muscles or glute muscles strong, which is what you need to support your knee joint.
I think it's worth mentioning as well that as we get older, we lose about 10% of our muscle mass every single decade, right? Mm-hmm. And what happens is that when you lose 10% of your muscle mass and your legs usually decline 2 times faster than your upper body strength as well. And if you're knee pain, you baby it. So you never put any load on those, like Alex says, the quads and the glutes. Therefore, they just get a bit smaller. So like Alex always talks about that, the VMO muscle, which is the muscle that supports the knee, one of the fastest deteriorating muscles, right?
Only takes 6 days, 6 days of relative inactivity for that muscle to actually start to waste away.
Cool. And when you're babying your knee, then obviously that wastes away super quick and takes ages to come back as well. So you've got to do some strength training around it. So like on that as well, there's loads of loads of exercises on this video, on our videos that you can go and look for, but we've got a really cool strength guide for knees. So a bit of background on that, like I've had like 8 knee surgeries. Alex has helped me recover back. And I've gone on to do amazing things with knee pain as well. So these exercises are sort of listed out as the kind of stages to build up your strength. So comment knees if you want a copy of that and you can walk through it. So in terms of strengthening, guess what we're trying to look at doing is you want to be doing some strength exercises about 3 times a week. It's about, need a bare minimum. And if you do nothing, then obviously doing once a week is going to be better than nothing. But 3 times a week is going to be a sweet spot for you to start strengthening. And there's some exercises really that we need to be doing a lot, which is going to be things that, when you straighten your leg and you can track that muscle. Cycling is a good one. So instead of walking, do you want to talk about cycling?
So cycling is actually one of those few rare exercises that actually ticks both boxes. It's a great cardio exercise. It also is very good at strengthening your thigh muscles, and it does it in such a way that it puts very little stress on the knee joint. So I often tell my patients, particularly patients with knee arthritis, is that cycling is probably bike is your best friend, because you can still do a really good workout. You can still get your heart levels reasonably high, but because it's a very low impact type of exercise, there's a very low risk of you actually aggravating your knee joint.
Now, on the other side of that, when we have clients in the gym and we're training, you have a lot of people who go on a bike and don't put any effort into your cycling. So if you sit on the bike and your legs are just spinning and nothing's happening, then it's not going to do a huge amount for your knees. So what I like to do is program in there some sort of intensity blocks in there, right? So first of all, it's how fast your legs are pedaling. So if you've got an RPM on your bike, try and get to about 80, 85 RPM. So your legs are going fast. Then you turn up the levels on the bike so that it feels like about 6 out of 10 effort, and your legs and thighs should start to burn just a little bit. And then once you get that sort of feeling, and you can do that consistently for about 15 minutes, then you're in the right sweet spot to start building some strength back in your legs. But if it's too easy and you get no burning in your legs whatsoever, you're not probably doing too much. Equally though, if you're cycling and it's really hard, you're grinding out those pedals, and it could be too much for your knee as well. So that sort of sweet spot is where you need to be for doing it.
There's one more quick thing I wanted to address. So, and that just comes from our experience talking to a lot of people who want to get healthy, want to overcome their knee pain, but for some reason they haven't yet. So, and the reason why people just do walking and nothing else is because they think that strengthening involves going to the gym and lifting those heavy weights, doing the extreme stuff. Okay, you don't have to. In fact, a lot of people can actually do some very effective strengthening programs at home without any gym equipment. You could literally stand from a chair, and that's a form of a squat. You can actually do maybe just like a glute bridge lying on the floor. So you don't need any equipment. And if you do have a gym, it doesn't need to be anything extreme. You can just do some simple exercises. Start where you feel comfortable. Okay, if you have knee pain, you can either look at some of our exercises that we propose to you, or with a good personal trainer or physio will be able to guide you through some safe options for you to start building muscle in your thighs and also in your glute areas. Okay, so very important. It doesn't have to be anything extreme, and you can start where you are right now.
Some good points there. So that is really it. If you're just doing walking, you need to implement some strength training. If you do want a copy of that guide, comment needs, we send that over to you. But we're going to leave a video in the top left-hand corner, which we think you will like. So head over there. And the last thing we do today, this is more of like a coach's corner thing, right? So, where we just more discuss the topic. And if you stuck around this long, we've actually got something cool that we do all the time, and it's a secret keyword that we're going to use, okay? So the secret keyword today is going to be... Put him on the spot. Strength. Okay, that's your secret keyword for today, all right? So comment needs for the free guide, comment strength for the secret keyword. We'll leave a video in the top corner, so head over there and we'll see you shortly.